Hello, and welcome to the 83rd Planet Destiny podcast. We're actually starting it this time. It's brought to you by Blue Microphones. We're not talking about No Man's Sky a bunch, even though it came out, because, you know, it's Rise of Iron Week.
A bunch of Destiny stuff came out, too.
Yeah.
Bam.
Lots of cool information.
Tons of cool stuff. And we've all sworn that we're not going to be playing No Man's Sky while the podcast is going on.
I have sworn no such thing.
That's true.
I may have a star map up because I would like to find that one star, but that's it. That's all.
That's it. There may be a column of emerald that I'm mining at this very moment.
And you know what? You might finish it by the end of the podcast.
Right? I don't know. My multi-tool is strong.
Yeah, my multi-tool.
And he ain't talking about the Mida multi-tool, guys.
Somebody found one. It said Mida, wasn't that? Was that the real thing, or was that a joke?
That's probably
It was
a joke.
named Mida?
I don't know.
It's probably a joke. Probably a joke. Probably a joke.
Oh, somebody, yeah?
Hey, Briar.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if Hello Games put a Easter egg.
Oh, they probably did. They probably did.
You know, putting towards Destiny.
Yeah. Hey, Briar, instead of mining that emerald, you want to take us through some of the stuff that's happened this week?
Yeah.
So we know what we're going to talk
I think
about?
one of the biggest things this week was Game Informer's article, 3 Days with Rise of Iron. Mostly the article was kind of two writers talking about their experiences and, you know, what was positive, like their feelings about what they've seen with Rise of Iron.
Mm-hmm.
But in that article, there were some really good kind of newsy nuggets that we could pull out of it.
There were some delicious nuggets in that one.
All right, so Iron Engrams. Lord Saladin will be selling these. They will contain Year 1 and Year 2 armor pieces from Iron Banner.
Right.
I'm excited.
I am excited, too, because
I'm excited.
The Hunter Cloak, I know that you're excited about. That's one of my favorite cloaks that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
But also the Warlock chest piece I've always really liked as well.
Yeah, that was always my favorite Warlock chess piece. It looked so good. It took shaders really well. It was so good. And I'm so excited about getting the first cape. And will it take shaders?
Will it take shaders?
Did the original cape take shaders?
No.
I know the Warlock chest piece did. No, it didn't?
No, it was the white one. The white and
with
black.
the gold trim and the black tree on it.
Oh,
Yeah, it didn't take shaders on that.
Okay,
Yeah,
it
that was
didn't.
a beautiful cape.
If that takes shaders, my year is made. I can die happy.
So that was pretty exciting. We hadn't heard about these Iron Engrams. A lot of people are asking if we think these will be if the Year 1 specifically ones will be Year 3 light levels. And I've got to assume they would. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it said it'll all be infusible up to max light.
Also, we heard a little bit more about Radiant Treasures and what they'll affect. We heard the Zala Supercell, Invective, Telesto, Mida Multi-Tool, the Kostov, and more weapons will be able to have ornaments that are available through buying Radiant Treasures or earning them in the game.
Right.
Which are essentially weapon skins.
Right.
Yep.
So at this point, I'm assuming
they said
every...
they knew for sure. They said they knew for sure that those weapons, but they didn't know if others would have it.
Right. At this point, I'm pretty much assuming that everything that's like current light level, as far as exotics go, is going to have a Radiant Treasure, or is going to get one in the near future.
Yeah.
Right.
Or not a Radiant Treasure, but an ornament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm wondering if the only way to get ornaments for exotic weapons is through Radiant Treasures.
Maybe.
I would be disappointed if it's only available via those.
Yeah.
But we can earn them through in-game activities.
Yeah. Which, I mean, frankly, at the rate I get Sterling Treasures, I have no need to buy them. You get one a week anyway, and I usually have a stack of 4 of them. And if you do dailies or weeklies or whatever, you know, you get a lot of them.
So I haven't logged on Xbox for since the April, or basically since they introduced Sterling Treasures.
Yeah.
Package opening video?
I looked at my Destiny item manager for Xbox today, and there were 19 Sterling Treasures in my inventory. And I was like,
they add up quick.
Oh boy,
They do.
I should
And
go
then-
open those.
Once you've got like kind of everything you want out of them, what's interesting is your drive to actually open them goes down. So even though you're collecting them at a fairly rapid pace, if you're doing dailies, weeklies, and Prison Elders, you don't feel the need to open them. So they do collect really quick. I wonder if Radiant Treasures will be kind of given in the same way, perhaps through the new Horde mode or whatever.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We actually learned more about that, too. Archon's Forge.
Yeah, the Eververse has a few other cool features. There's new artifacts for your gardening that seem clearly targeted for folks making in-game movies. One was a Golden Age lens, which gave the entire game a sepia tone, and another was a blue lens that gave, obviously, the entire game a blue tone.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was weird to me because
He's like kind of random.
yeah, anybody who's going to be making movies is going to easily be able to do this inside their editing software.
I'm sure some people will do it. Plus, it would be funny to see an entire, someone's running trials and it's like, why is it sepia? Oh, for some
That's
reason
true.
they're using that instead of
I'm sure
one of the
it will be-
Or
awesome
they're in the
new
Burning
artifacts.
Shrine. It could really be either one.
Yeah.
I'll do that 1 week. Trials with my super fancy movie maker artifact.
Yeah, but
There you go.
And then we don't get to have the super awesome time artifact equipped or something.
Yeah.
Either. Yeah.
Galahorn. This was a little weird. Okay, as they talked about the Galahorn quest a little bit. The Galahorn quest is going to bring you to PvP zones like Bannerfall and Skyshock, and you'll be fighting PvE fights in these PvP zones, similar to
the subclass.
Yeah, the
subclass
subclass
quest.
ones. Yeah. They also said that this was kind of odd that the people who pre-ordered the game shouldn't skip out on this quest.
Okay, I'm convinced they misspoke there.
I think they did. I'm pretty certain
I think so too.
that
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
has to do the same quest in order to get a Galahorn. It's just going to be an Iron Galahorn.
Yeah, that's what we've been told that's from the mouth of Deej. So I'm taking Deej's word over Game Informer's there. They probably just forgot or misspoke or something.
Yeah. The Archon Forge seems to remind them of a Gears of War Horde mode, which is really nice. You'll be fending off waves of fallen enemies that spawn out of these domes that scatter across the forge. If you die, you get kicked out of the entrance, which is locked. So if you die and nobody revives you, you're booted.
Similar
You can't
to
get
old
back
school
in until the next
Nightfalls is how I like
Yeah.
to think of it.
Okay.
Like if everyone dies and you get kicked out, then that's kind of it.
It's also timed. If you don't kill enemies fast enough, then you won't get to the boss. You have to kill enemies fast enough to actually spawn in the boss. If you don't kill the boss, you don't get the loot.
Yep.
Interesting. It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys played the Borderlands 2 DLC, the Mr. Torg one, Pyro Pete's bar, the raid boss Pyro Pete. It reminds me of that, where if you didn't get in there, you get kicked out. You don't get to finish killing the boss and get the loot.
Yep.
I'm
pretty excited about that. They showed us more about what it actually is, because we knew kind of what the mode was and we knew we got rewards from it, but we didn't really know any specifics. So knowing that it actually can get pretty difficult to go through all of those enemies in a timely manner to get to the boss.
At first, anyway.
it's
We'll
good.
see how difficult it is once we're fully
We'll see.
leveled.
Yeah, I mean, there's different tiers, right? So in the beginning, Court of Oryx tier 3 was like pretty difficult, but now it's
you needed like 5 people there to really
yeah,
take
you
care
needed
of it.
exactly.
Now you can pretty much
needed
solo
more
it.
than your team to take on
Yeah.
that boss.
Yeah, for sure.
We heard more about ornaments. We heard about Trials ornaments last week, and that you'll actually only get them if you go to the lighthouse. But what they also let slip was that there will be challenge mode raid ornaments. So this confirms not only that there's ornaments for the raid, but there's going to be a challenge mode for Wrath of the Machine.
Sweet.
Which I found it to be interesting. Not surprising. I was kind of expecting it, but it is nice to hear that it's definitely coming.
I think it's just kind of like expected now that any raid activity that they do will kind of follow the normal mode, hard mode, challenge mode type release schedule.
We can expect all new Trials weapons. We'd seen the new armor. We hadn't heard of anything about the weapons. I think we could suspect that there are going to be new weapons. But
I would hope so.
Yeah, right. Because we've had the same weapons for over a year.
Same poopy weapons for over a year now. The only one that got used was the auto rifle. At least in year one, basically or a good portion of the primaries were useful.
Yeah, the same models have been available since year one. Like
Yep.
the models were unchanged. So hopefully these are changed models too, like the armor.
That would be awesome.
And we also heard that Trials will be coming back shortly after Rise of Iron's launch, which is good news.
Good to know.
We'll get right on earning that those new rewards.
It's going to be really rare to see someone with full Trials armor and full ornaments on the full Trials armor. Because I'm assuming each piece of armor has an ornament that goes with it, so you'd have to get the ornament for each piece of armor.
right? And I'm sure there'll be RNG involved in that. Do you think there's going to be... So right now that you can get the regular armor, and then you get the pariah gear out of the lighthouse, do you think there's going to be the equivalent of pariah gear, or do you think it's just going to be the regular armor that you get from bounties and then the ornaments that you get from the chest?
It's a good question. It's a good question.
I kind of hope there's both. I really like the idea of that pariah gear.
I have a feeling that it's going to be lighthouse armor and lighthouse ornaments.
Because, it's fairly simple for them to make. All they had to do is they changed like a shader on like a bit of it, and that was enough to kind of make it special.
And add a little
the chroma,
the Apple Watch on the Warlock gloves.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay, and the last thing is vault space. They say they asked the development leads for Rise of Iron, and they didn't have any current plans to further expand vault space.
Now, before we start going crazy,
I've already gone full-blown loony, man.
But I do remember them previously saying that vault space would not be an issue now that last gen is gone.
Right, that was Eric Osborne on Twitter, right?
Yes. So the fact that it's been said that vault space is not going to be an issue, I feel like maybe they're doing something that's not just increasing vault space. I don't know what that is. That could be more inventory slots on your actual Guardian. It could be like more kiosks. It could be unlimited vault space. So they're like, yeah, we're not increasing it. We're just making it unlimited, which sounds like something Bungie would do.
That's an increase, whatever.
It most certainly is an increase. But they could be moving it to our ship. We could get local inventory that we can access from anywhere in the game. You don't necessarily have to be tied to a vault. That'll eliminate the need for like Destiny Item Manager or going to the tower to get stuff out of your vault. Like that would be a huge upgrade to this game. And that's kind of what I'm hoping.
Yeah, if I didn't have to actually go to an app or go to the vault, and they made it so I hit start, if I hit options, and then I can access the vault in one of those tabs, or even access my other character's inventory, then I'd be okay with that if they didn't add any extra inventory. It'd be nice if they add another page. At the same time, we do have a lot of space. 108.
Yeah, but we've been playing the game for 2 years. We got items collected from over 2 years. Like, I was going through my vault today on stream. I'm like, how can I get rid of this stuff? Like, I don't want to get rid of this stuff.
Bungie's philosophy is that they don't want you to hoard everything.
Well, I don't care what Bungie's philosophy is. They made a looter-shooter, and I'm looting, and they're not allowing me to keep my loot.
I know, man. I'm the one. I'm always having vault problems.
It was super confusing to read.
I'm just sitting over here with an
increase.
empty postmaster, and I got 3 pages in my vault that don't have shit in it, and just, I'm so ready for this expansion, so I can collect everything.
Do you even looter shoot?
I prioritize my looter shoot.
He prioritizes the shooting over the looting.
Yeah, I do. and if the shooty thing doesn't make the looty thing I get doesn't make my shooty better, then it's not going in the loot.
That's my thing though, is that I've got a personal connection to a lot of the stuff. Some of the stuff that Atheon's epilogue, right? I'm not going to necessarily use that for much of anything now, unless I go into the Vault of Glass. I just feel like it, But I don't want to dismantle it just to make room for new stuff, just because it's new. And at the same time, I've got all this year 2 stuff that's now infusable up to year 3 power level. Like, I don't want to get rid of that stuff. A lot of that stuff is great. A lot of it's got awesome rolls. A lot of the stuff I haven't even gotten a chance to use yet. I was looking at Jopera Hockey that has an unbelievable roll, and I haven't even gotten a chance to use yet.
It's not concerning to me simply because they've said vault space will not be an issue. And I don't feel like someone from Bungie
But we've seen them
have
miscommunication on their teams before. We've seen one person say something, and then the fact is that it's a completely different thing. We've seen that multiple times.
I think they said that it's not an issue to increase it, but their philosophy is that they want us to be selective about what we hold on to. They've said that in the past.
That's not what I got from Eric's tweet, though.
That's not what I got from it either. I got that vault space was no longer going to be an issue.
Right. So I was super confused about the article because I was like, they're not increasing it. We'll see when it comes out. At the moment, I'm feeling like they're going to introduce either something new for us to keep onto our stuff, or they're going to just give us more kiosks or some more space on our actual Guardian, something.
Mm-hmm.
I also would like to see some organization in there. Let me organize by year 1, year 2, year 3. Let me organize by primary, secondary, and heavy. Let me sort this thing.
That'd be nice. Maybe that's coming, actually.
It'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be really great. What do you think they could do? Aside from giving more space, I don't know if there's any other system that they could put in there that would be different. You know?
Yeah.
Because you can't
kiosks,
print
I don't know.
legendaries. You know?
Raid
Oh,
kiosks.
you could theoretically is all you'd have to do is have a kiosk that you go to. Like if you dismantled a legendary, the kiosk would just give you a legendary that had the exact same role on it. We'd have, you have to have a database.
That's
It's
even
counterproductive to. You know.
It's basically a
That's-
vault, so there's no point in doing it. Just give us a bigger vault.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's also a massive amount of data that probably needs to be stored too. If you were to have to record every single roll that you got that you dismantled, like that's a fuck ton of data.
For every player.
Yeah. All right.
I think they're happy with the space that we have right now. Honestly,
I'm not
that's
happy.
Why they're not.
I'm not happy.
Well,
with
no,
it.
I know.
Maybe they're all Patrick players, and they're
Oh.
like, "This is fun.
Yeah.
We got plenty of space."
To like, look at Pat. He's got 2 pages open.
I'm
with nothing in
not
there.
the model that they should go on because I
Well, maybe you are, Patrick.
I have
maybe you've become
I
the
have
model.
very little sentimental value for pretty much anything in the game. I'll,
What about your dead zone cloak?
that's the only thing.
All right, what else we got to talk about? We got the weekly update.
What was in the weekly update? It was pretty sparse.
Some really nice headshots of the people going to
saw
Gamescom.
those.
Fancy.
Deej looking pretty.
Doing lots of these.
Doing the.
So here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen at Gamescom. They're going to have a Twitch live stream on the August 16th.
Right.
It's going to be real early in the morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 7 a.m. Eastern time. So that's going to be real early. They did announce that. That's pretty exciting. It'll be fun to watch that. They didn't announce this, but they're going to have a tournament with private matches. That's why they're inviting all these people. Oh, you didn't read that part of the...
I
Was it in
neglected
two
to
lines? I
read
didn't see
that part
one.
of the update. You like hack the website and see like some stuff that they weren't supposed to say?
Maybe
in the
it's a bit
update
of
prior?
wishful thinking. Maybe it's a bit of wishful thinking. But I'd really like to see
data
that.
mining.
They've announced that they've got all these clans coming. It'd be a perfect way to announce private matches. You got all these clans, okay? Here's a tournament.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Absolutely.
All right, good
Yeah,
talk.
there
They
was a
also
lot of
announced Rise Iron. Wait, what were you gonna say, Watts?
They yeah, that's it. There's Iron Banner.
Yeah, Iron Banner. Yep.
It's Clash. We don't need to talk about it.
Finales Peril though is one of the rewards, which I'm really excited about because
That's
I'm
true.
excited to get one of
You
those.
hadn't got one yet.
yeah,
right?
the last time that was a reward for Iron Banner was before they changed the loot system to be, raining everything on you all the time. And I had never gotten a good one, so I don't have one at all, frankly. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll be playing a lot of Iron Banner, hoping for a really good roll on that gun.
Yeah,
We're gonna get.
I think I'll play Iron Banner this time just for the hand cannon. Like if I can get one with like rangefinder, you can't get
Rifle
rangefinder and outlaw on it. I don't think, but just get like rifled barrel, the one that reduces reload for range, and then get outlaw on it, and then after that, whatever.
Like in the chamber, I believe allows it to 2-tap,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yes, that's in the two tap.
That's a pretty good roll.
Let's
That'd
go
be-
for that
that'd be
roll.
good.
The roll
Nice.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'd
be
be
really
game.
nice.
I think that's what I have on my Ufern, and just having I think 3 more shots and a little bit more range would be solid to have on there.
Yeah, definitely.
We're also getting the helmet. We're getting the chest piece. We haven't seen the chest piece come around too often.
That's true. I haven't seen it much.
I don't know if I have them.
Is it?
I know I do. I definitely have them. They have come around. Okay. But yeah, they don't come around too often, so that's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a whole year at this point, so it has come around. But yeah, not too often for the chess pieces. What's the name of the shotgun?
Dangerous
Dangerous
retort.
retort.
Yeah, there you go.
Isn't it funny how that shotgun has just not really had any light?
Well, when you fucking compare everything to Fellwinter's Lie, the OG,
Exactly.
the OG
Yeah.
King of the Mountain, like everything's
That's what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
meh.
Literally.
Well, even the
Yeah,
Party
I can-
Crasher is much better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Definitely.
isn't Matador technically the best one out of those because it
Matador has the most range and impact.
and
with the slowest fire rate.
Oh, slowest fire rate. Okay, I couldn't remember. Well, there was one that had like a slightly faster fire rate. All right. I don't know. I think I'll play this week. I'll play it. I'll try.
I'll play a little bit. I'll play a
try.
little bit. Till
We'll
I
see
hate
what
I'll play
Clash.
it. Lately, I've actually been enjoying Iron Banner. I've
Is that
just
since your shotgun embracing.
Yeah.
Death.
Honestly,
Man.
I really think that the seeing shots connect and then not register as a sniper put me over the edge. And I'm to the point now where I could care less if shotgun gets a what I'm calling damage tax. It's like, oh, sorry, it was right in his chest, but it's a 50% of his shield.
That's all right. My melee will take care of the rest.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Whatever. It's fine. I'm rushing in hard like a shotgun rusher. It's fun. It's fun at this point. When I get into the sniper battles, I feel like I end up having like a personal vested interest. And I take it slightly personal. They didn't take damage.
I've been using a sniper rifle a lot lately. I don't know if you guys...
That's surprising.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's what's new?
Well, yeah. I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter, but I got a god roll finally. It took how many months into Taken King are we?
Right?
Yeah. How many months in are we?
Time.
It's like, what, 11 months?
We're at the 10 or 11 month, yeah.
Yeah, well,
We're 11 months. We're 11 months.
Yeah, we're at
Yeah,
11
we're 11
months.
months.
It took almost an entire year for me to get a god roll. And this is like the first roll that hasn't been just pure shit either.
I still haven't gotten one, Patrick, so...
Hey,
Wow.
it'll happen eventually. It took me almost a year. Maybe it'll take you 2 years.
I got lucky with a longbow right away, but never got a good 1,000 yards there.
Oh, well, is it a good roll?
A good roll on a longbow, yeah.
Oh, well, who
Oh,
gives a shit
right.
then? Who gives a shit then?
Come back.
Whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, so... Yeah, it's short gaze. I prefer long view, but, whatever. It's got Army of One, Quick Draw, and Hidden Hand. And you know
Perfect.
what? It's great
Feels
to
good.
have... It's great to have a sniper where every single perk on the tree is like, I like this. I can do this.
Hell yeah.
Army of One's not bad either.
Yeah, Army
On
of One's
sniper.
great, especially since I'm using my melees a bunch, throwing knives.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Like, I'm not buying special weapon engrams every single day now.
What are you spending that on now?
I might stop doing primaries now and just start like saving up some planetary materials.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
Because
That's what
Every time I hit
Yeah.
200, I drop it down to like 40 and just keep on buying all the materials and then just stuff them in the vault.
yeah, I have a couple stacks of each material already, but might as well get more.
That's so when Rise of Iron comes out, I can get all the armor and I can level it
Yep.
up instantly, not have to worry about anything. Save some Trials of Osiris bounties to get some more legendary marks
God.
as we go into Rise of
Nice.
Iron.
Do you think they'll do the
Plans right there.
Do you think they'll do the thing where any bounties that you have will autocomplete, like they did for Taken King?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, yeah, good question.
Maybe. Yeah.
We'll probably hear more about that.
Well, yeah, probably hear about it.
We got
at
over a
Gamescom.
month still.
Yeah,
It's actually coming up really fast.
It is coming, yeah.
I was like, wow, it's so far away. Oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? And
Now
I'm like,
it's-
oh, it's
what
a little
30
over a month.
Yeah, a little over a
Yeah.
month now.
What
Yeah,
I'm
we're
super
like
excited
40
about
days.
is that next live stream.
Yeah.
Because they've
Man,
said that
the
they are
16th?
revealing the
one
thing
with
that
the tournament,
community
you
have
mean?
wanted. Yes, that one. Yep.
The tournament.
That's
Well,
it's happening.
they've kind of hyped it. This is going to be a PvP related event, so
Yeah.
now it's on them to. What if they're just like, all right, guys, giving you 2 new maps. And it's just like, motherfucker.
2 new maps that you guys really
Kill
wanted.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say kill confirmed? I meant.
Supremacy, my bad.
Supremacy.
Oh, they had a story behind Supremacy in that article too.
Oh, yeah,
Lore
yeah,
that's
behind
right.
Supremacy, which was actually really interesting.
There's lore behind it?
Yeah, there's a whole story behind the game mode. So if you guys noticed any kind of Supremacy thing that we've seen, like the close-up shots of the little crests that drop, you can see like the Titan, Warlock, or Hunter emblem within the crest that drops. So the whole point behind Supremacy is that you have this crest that's like your honor of a hunter. Like, I'm a hunter, this is my honor. And by killing people, you are taking their honor from them. So,
Whoa.
yeah. That was really interesting because I thought they could actually
kind of
do some
intense.
events.
I know,
yeah.
right?
They could do some events around this, like Warlocks versus Hunters, like a pure Warlock team and a
Oh my
pure
God.
Hunter team.
That would be cool. That
I
would be
can't wait
great.
to see that match.
And then it could start like
Stormcallers,
the.
though.
It could, yeah. The Hunters would probably lose, but
What the hell? Aren't you a?
Oh, you know, just
yeah, I'm a
electricity
knight. Yeah,
through
but
a
they're
box.
Stormcallers,
That's all.
Patrick. They're gonna all use
Melee'd
electrostatic
from-
mine with the new
Yep.
artifact, and we're gonna die. We're gonna die instantly. It's
Oh my
gonna be
God.
terrible.
Agreed.
But yeah, if they could do an event like that, and then they'll have like the rankings of each class that you could see in the game, that would be so cool.
And a spectator mode. Wouldn't that be amazing if they're like, boom, theater,
Spectator mode
let's
would be
go,
great.
put on that sepia tint, because whatever.
I guess you can kind of do spectator if the private matches come, and you can like join in but not play.
Introducing Play of the Crucible.
Play.
Play the Crucible, yeah. Super of the game.
Shax's choice of Shax's MVP or something.
Yeah.
Call it
Yeah.
that. And Shax is doing a little commentary for the play of the game.
Right?
That would be kind of cool, though. I kind of want that.
I'd be down for that, for sure. I'd way be down for that.
Did you guys see the ship that was posted on the cover of This Week at Bungie?
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
How
I
about
didn't
that?
actually pay attention to it. I'm going
New
right
Iron
now.
Banner ship.
Yeah, it's a
We're
new
going
Iron
there right
Banner
now.
ship. It looks like the original ship that you get right off the bat, but it's got
big
the
bus?
Iron Banner logo on it.
Oh, I see.
Do you think
Oh,
that's
see, I
coming-
just assumed that was the first ship and was like, let's keep reading.
Yeah, it's got that model of the first ship, but there's like the Iron Banner kind of
I see.
engraving on it.
Yeah,
You think-
that's cool that it's like an engraving rather than just like a sticker.
Yeah,
Yeah. You guys think that's purely Rise of Iron?
it's hard to say. Probably.
Maybe
know.
we're gonna get it in Clash this week.
There's a little bit that's like,
Rise
where it's
of
like,
Iron
hey,
hype.
and you can get this ship. That's like, yeah. Because it's the first ship that you had re-engraved with Rise of Iron. I mean, Iron Banner. Mm-hmm. It does make
That's
sense
actually that's pretty cool.
that is cool, right? Because
they're
also like the
like-
Kvostov, coming
Right,
back.
they're all going back to like the first area that we started in, and our first guns becoming awesome, and now our first ship is becoming this Iron Banner ship.
Nostalgia is
what's
the
coming
deepest
back
mine.
then? You know what's coming back?
What's
that sniper named?
Phil Winter?
The first sniper that
Aphrodite?
you get?
Calcutta.
Oh,
Yeah, the Calcutta. What if they bring back the Calcutta in like exotic
would-
or something?
that would be funny.
I still have.
I,
one
I
of
never
those,
got
too.
the hype around that. I really never got the hype around that.
Did you get the hype around the Kvostov?
No.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
You
still have
a
one.
Kvostov, Patrick?
Yeah. I had to remake my Warlock before Taken King. Because I don't even remember the reason why. But I decided to keep the Kvostov for just so people could see me use it in Crucible from time to time, which I did like once or twice.
Do you
And I
guys
just
remember the
kept it.
first Iron Banner when they hadn't quite made the power matter as much as we would have liked, and people were bringing the Kvostov into Iron Banner?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
people were like level 2 with Kvostov, and they
Yeah.
were still doing fine. And then
But
The-
you were like a beast if you had that green weapon from that you could get from, was it from the
Oh.
Cryptarch or something? No, I guess
the-
it was the gunsmith.
the heavy
Yeah.
the heavy the Xerxes C with focus fire. I still have that too.
I have that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is that some
What
sentimental
about-
stuff, Patrick?
It's not
Exactly.
sentimental.
No,
It's just
exactly.
hard as fuck to get,
No,
so
man,
I'm gonna
it's a
keep it
two-shot
around.
Kill to the dome. That thing
Yeah,
is
it's
a beast.
useful. Yeah.
Well, why keep it? Do you ever
Because
use
it's
it?
a beast. It's a 2-shot kill to the dome.
Because occasionally I'll bring it out for PvP. It's not like go, oh yeah, remember that time? But I love longingly
So-
look back on it. No, it's like this thing is still good.
Yeah.
And I can,
So you
and I can use it.
occasionally bring out your cloak because it's good for PvP? Your Dead Zone Revolution?
You're missing
kit?
the fundamental thing about the cloak, Teffy.
I am not. I'm
No,
missing nothing. You're
I don't
missing
think
the
he
fact
is.
that it's
No,
sentimental.
it's not sentimental.
It's
It's not
sentimental.
sentimental if I look back fondly on it. It's always been. It's just always been. It would have to cease to be for me to have to look back on it, but it has never ceased to be, except for like that 1 week period where I was like, I can't wait to get this cloak again, and then I got it, and it's business as usual. There's no nostalgia. There's no rosy
Sentimental.
goggles.
So if
not
it goes
sentimental.
away, are you then sentimental about it because you can no longer use
Sure.
it?
Okay. If I can no
Well, that
longer
means it
use
has
that
some
cloak.
sentimental value currently.
No, it
Straight
can't.
up-
It
straight
can't
up
have
sentimental
sentimental
right there, man.
value until it ceases. Like until I have to look back on it, until I can no longer. Oh my god.
Would you be sad if it did cease to exist?
Yes, I would.
Sentimental.
Because
Sentimental. Just straight up.
no,
Yep.
refuse.
I think that's all we got for news. Anybody got anything else they want to bring up?
First of all, there was the charity stream for StackedUp.org.
that was fun.
I ended up ending the stream, and we closed it out at 18,000 raised, like 18,000 even. We ended up
It's a lot
like,
of money.
donating to make it exactly even. And then, so that was awesome. My Name is Bife, and I read through the Books of Sorrow.
Which was cool. I was watching that. That was cool.
I'm glad you liked it, because we had no idea what the fuck. We basically met like an hour before, like, so how should we do this? I'll just read it. Okay, cool. No planning at all for that. And then Luke Smith, a couple hours before that, ran Vault of Glass with the Mav Show. Mm-hmm. And he gave a bunch of trivia / just, the history of like developing the Vault of Glass while they were running it. It's pretty.
He talked a little
cool.
bit about multiple raids.
Yeah.
There's actually a really good YouTube video up right now that has like the highlights of it. I can't remember who put the video up, but it's got a lot of highlights.
Dado also did a video.
What's that?
Dado did a video of Secrets of the Vault of Glass or whatever that was specifically taken from Luke answering like questions about it.
That ended up being very interesting.
Yep.
We also saw the video from Game Informer about Fellwinter Peak.
Yep. They released a lot of information on that. Yeah.
New Fellwinter Peak looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it is visually beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. And that music, I'm pretty sure that music is
they actually said that the video would actually showcase some of the Rise of Iron like new theme. So
yeah, it's haunting and like
I can't
powerful.
wait
You think there's going to be a new soundtrack to buy?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I think so.
There's bells that you can ring in the tower or at Fellwinter's Peak, and if you ring them in a certain order, supposedly something might happen. They didn't say what. What do you guys think? Take some guesses.
I think you'll get the lead Galahorn. The brass Galahorn, because it's made out of bells.
Emerald Galahorn.
Emerald Galahorn.
From No Man's Sky.
Bam!
Let's see. Maybe you'll get an ornament or something. It'll just fall out of one of the bells. And
they can give away ornaments for just about
cool.
everything now. It's like going to be like the go-to giveaway, isn't it?
I'm down with that. I love
ornament
skins.
for my ghost. I can make it shiny. Maybe. Give it.
A brass ghost.
Yeah, I want a brass ghost. You know what I'd like though? It'd be cool if you could see the ghosts of, and I'm talking actual ghosts, not ghost robot. The ghosts of the Iron Lords come out if you ring the bells a certain way.
That'd be cool, because then we'd actually get to see what they look like.
It would be cool if it was a story surprise as opposed to just like a
maybe they're just
random
yanking our chain about the whole thing.
Maybe it's not true, or maybe you just ring all the bells and the wolves howl a little bit and that's it.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something.
Also, you hear every wolf in the tower go. Bow!
Yeah. Also, those wolves look amazing, don't they?
They do.
They're just chilling. They're like, "Yo, you're in my house. You ringing that bell?"
Yeah.
You ringing that bell?
As far as PvE goes at this point, though, I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm really looking forward to playing it. I almost don't want to hear any more reveals because I don't want it to be completely spoiled. At this point, I feel like I know so much about it that if they share any more, like I almost don't want to hear it.
I'm worried about that too. Yeah, I'm worried that there's a lot that they've already shown, and there's not a whole lot left aside from just secrets of endings and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Archon. I think it would have been wise to leave the Archon Forge like out of all the press, so it would have just been a cool surprise when we got there. But,
yeah.
That's true. It'd be like, what's this thing that we got? What did we use that for? And
It's an
figure it
arena.
out ourselves.
What? That would have been awesome.
I suspect there will be secrets similar to the Praedyth quests and the Super Simulant quest, like stuff like that. I assume there will be secrets like that.
I assume so. The community loved them, and it was great for the community, for the game, for everything. So I would really hope that they were like, okay, let's put in some stuff that you have to do this way.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Wasn't it like the first 2 weeks of Taken King? Like every single day there was something new.
I felt like it was longer than that.
It was
it a whole
basically
month?
like the first month, or basically until Sleeper Simulant came out, I think. Then it started to fall off, and challenge modes were the only thing that happened after that, I
In
think.
the basketball court.
Yeah, and the fucking basketball court.
That was amazing as well.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
For a different reason.
Yeah.
No, it's literally a basketball court.
It was kind of funny watching everyone look for stuff, and I'm like, it's just a basketball court.
What if there's a basketball, like an actual basketball court when you ring the bells? Like it opens up the court and it's NBA 2K. It loads up NBA 2K.
It turns into like a Scooby-Doo episode of Destiny with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes.
Perfect.
The Iron Lords just dunk like crazy.
Opens up a new game type, playing against the Iron Lords.
But it opens up custom matches. There it is. That's how you get it.
Well, we have to do it ourselves. This is basically like the. I was gonna do a World of Warcraft reference, but you guys wouldn't get it anyway, so who cares? There was one more thing. There was the supposed leak of Destiny 2 concept art.
Ah, yes.
But that was quickly both taken off the guy's website and then also kind of dispelled by Jason Schreier from Kotaku. So basically, some art had released. There's like a 2. There was what looked like a Warlock, Hunter, and Titan, and so it's like they were basically on fire. You could see like a Titan holding a shield,
Which was mad cool looking.
yeah, it had some pretty heavy Norse mythology in it.
The Warlock had like the flames coming.
It looked like an even more badass Sunsinger.
Yeah, it really looked cool.
And the Hunter had like a lance as well.
And then it looked like it was stills taken from a movie where you could see like the 2 from Destiny 2 kind of disappearing. It was convincing.
And then like the one that really kind of sealed the deal was there was a traveler over kind of a burning last city. So all that concept art kind of got released and then it got taken down a few hours later. But basically it turned out that, or at least what supposed rumor about it is, it was concept art for Destiny, but for a direction that they ended up not going with it. So, yeah,
it was mad cool looking though.
It looked
We
badass.
don't know anything about Destiny 2 yet.
No, and it
I'm
seems like it would
excited,
be.
though.
You know, it doesn't even matter. It was just cool looking.
It was cool. Yeah.
It's hard
Yeah,
to
it was
read
very
much
cool.
into that at this point, but it was
Yeah, I think
very cool
for
art.
Destiny 2, we can probably expect, if not new subclasses entirely, but like new kind of super subclass
No,
stuff.
like they're gonna do. They
exactly.
Have to.
There's gonna be lots of cool new stuff for us to use. So
Is there going to be a
gonna
numeral
cool.
2?
Ooh, that is the big question. That is the big. Is it going to actually be Destiny 2? Because I mean, the biggest argument, aside from how do you say Gallarhorn, is it going to be Destiny 2? No, it's going to be called Destiny, the blood of the blood of the blah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think is a horrible
Travelers-
idea. I think putting Destiny 2 in the title separates it from Destiny 1 more than a subtitle does. And it also separates it from the review scores that the original version of Destiny got and still leaves a bad taste in a lot of gamers' mouths.
Yeah.
I think putting a Destiny 2, the numeral 2 on Destiny 2 is actually a really good idea for Destiny.
Destiny 2, The Traveler's Day Out.
Destiny harder.
Destiny harder.
I still want to see the speaker go all evil.
Me too.
I've come around on it. I think he's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah?
He sounds
Yeah.
so
Really?
calm. He sounds so calm.
I
and
think
just,
the dude's just
Too
mellow.
calm.
Super
Too
mellow,
calm
man.
to be
Dude,
Yeah, he's
friendly.
about to Nova bomb you.
He's
Dude,
vaping
how-
like crazy under that mask. We just don't know.
How
man.
could you not be mellow? Do you see the amount of incense that dude is burning? Mm-hmm. Like he is.
It's to keep his burning evil personality.
It's
He's
to
the
hide. It's
last
to hide
hippie,
the.
man.
Agreed.
It's to hide the smell of like the massive, the amount of stuff he's smoking inside. Yeah, basic college.
He's
chats.
blazing constantly.
That's what that big spinny
College
thing
tower?
is. It's his vaporizer.
Space age vaping with the
Space age vaping.
He's got the
that's what-
world's
that's
best
what it's
rig.
Destiny 2 Space Age Vape.
Space Age Vape. I'm in for
There you
that
go.
name. I vote positive.
called. I still think he's evil, man.
Okay, yeah. When we were doing the Thorn quest, he said, "Bathe this gun in like the light of Guardians." I'm like, why would the speaker be like, "Hey, go kill your friends"?
Well, because it's evil. So if you bathe it in the light of other
He's evil.
guardians instead of your own
That's evil.
light.
That quest line is evil,
He's-
just straight up.
Have you
Well, of
not
course-
listened to our Lord and Savior, Brother Vance?
Brother Vance. Oh, does he say
You
he's
know
evil?
what? Brother
in the
Vance
game?
says some stuff about the speaker.
Osiris didn't really like the speaker at all.
Yeah, I'm on Osiris's side.
Yeah, Osiris does have the best looking armor in the game right now, at least.
You make
So
a
I'm
on
gonna
his
side
side
with-
all the
is
way.
kind of creepy looking. So
side with whoever has the best fashion sense, and
Much like
Osiris is
professional
clearly
football,
winning.
I will vote for whoever's team has the best uniform.
Sports ball. So the other thing that we can probably, I think we can talk about that, is blue microphones.
oh,
go.
Because no doubt
was
you've
good.
noticed these wild mics and headphones that we are using. They're just some of the iconic gear that Blue creates. Blue's award-winning products are the driving force behind professional musicians, internet creators, and countless elite gaming teams and Twitch streamers. Their Yeti USB mic is the internet's most popular microphone, and their MoFi and Lola headphones deliver insane sound and a very personalized fit. Blue offers everything you need to completely immerse yourself in the ultimate gameplay experience. Learn more about Blue at bluemic.com.
Solid, Pat. 10 out of 10.
It's pretty good.
Nailed it.
I'm about to whip out that credit card right now.
Rich, at Rich GTR. We have all this cool stuff for Rise of Iron, but no mention of improvements to netcode or matchmaking.
Oh boy.
Thoughts?
I don't know what he's talking about. This game has perfect netcode. Nothing to complain about whatsoever.
Yeah, I
They've
agree
been
with
doing
Tef.
matchmaking settings, right?
Yeah,
They've
they
been messing around with
just,
matchmaking stuff just now.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday they put out a new update to the matchmaking. Of course, I haven't played, so I don't think any of us can actually talk about it on the podcast because there's
No,
been
unfortunately.
I played
No Man's
Destiny
Sky.
today, but it was all PvE.
Yeah, so you know we'll try that out a little bit later.
That actually reminds me. I've got some footage I was going to edit together of this Titan that, like, was doing the most crazy blinking, like, just die from a smash. And he's, like, walking on the water tower. And I was like, what? It's crazy. It was
When
some
it's
amazing
really
lag.
bad,
It's
for me,
bad.
if you're gonna lag, I want you to be having the worst lag ever, because then I can
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I wanna die to a warlock that's in storm trance across the map, and he's just like over in a corner somewhere. You see his outline as you're dead, and you're like, what? What? No.
That's
Yeah.
what I want. If we're gonna have lag, I want it to be funny.
Yeah.
And I want
Make
that
it
warlock to
terrible.
be doing the hotline bling, too.
Agreed.
And see his outline doing the knee thing, yeah.
Ash Madison, what year one class item do you want to use again?
Dead Zone Revolution,
one
but it's not
class
sentimental at all.
Year 1 class item. I can't remember the name
Not
of all the
sentimental.
capes. There's so many capes.
Yeah,
There was
I've-
so many good capes in year 1.
There were. Yeah.
So many.
You know what one
There's
I
like
actually
3.
really liked on the Hunter was the original one you started with. I kept
Make
that
scarf?
one for a long
makeshift
time.
scarf.
Yeah, I really
yeah,
liked
yeah,
that.
the scarf was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
That, what is it called? Galleon's Mantle? Is that what it is? That's,
Yeah, the Trials of not Trials, the Iron Banner one
the
from year
Iron
one.
Banner cloak
Cape?
is Galleon's Mantle?
Ah,
yeah. That one looks
yeah.
awesome, yeah.
It is
I'll
a
rock
really
that.
good looking one.
Other than that, though, I don't really remember the class items from year 1. Not like Pat's sentimental value for Dead Zone cloak.
All my victims cloak.
All the people
My
who
webcam's
died.
gonna die. My webcam's gonna die soon. Oh yeah, all my victims cloak. I saw the name of that and I couldn't really see what it looked like when I was gonna buy it, but I was like, dude, that name. Like, my cloak is literally made from me killing other hunters and taking their cape and putting it into this one.
That's really cool. I thought you
It looks
literally
good, too.
meant all the people that you've killed in the Crucible in their cloaks.
That would be a
Year 1
really
coming
cool
back.
mechanic. Every
I
time
actually
you
thought
killed
that's what you
somebody,
meant.
you took their cloak.
That would be awesome. But
Cloak
no,
confirmed?
it's literally
wanna
called
play
All
Cloak
My
confirmed?
Victims Cloak. And the description is made from the torn cloaks of other hunters, other lesser hunters.
Lesser.
Yes.
I like that.
Kate 6 does not approve of these
I love that
lesser
game.
hunters. Awesome.
DT Huna Twitch, has the live team met your expectations? What critiques, complaints, what critiques / compliments would you offer for year 3? Still funded by microtransactions?
I don't know. Like, the content that they put out is good. I just wish that it stuck around. Like, you know, Festival Lost is cool. You know, I get it. It's a one-time event for a holiday. But, you know, the Love is in the Air event, I love the game mode. Can that come around, you know, a little bit more often than once a year? What's the other? Sparrow Racing League. Thought it was awesome as well. I just like it to... The stuff is cool. It just needs to stick around so it can have more of an impact on the game, I think.
Have we had one since the April update?
Live event?
Yeah.
Or no, we
It was
haven't
just
had anything.
April update. It was
Just April update,
and
and Iron Banner's been the only thing that's
interesting.
on.
They were on an every 2 month schedule, and then that just kind of ended. I wonder if they got pulled into Rise of Iron's development.
I'm pretty sure they got pulled into Rise of Iron's development,
because that's a significant amount of time with 0, 0, 0.
Well, again, I think the timeline was that they were going to, Destiny 2 was going to be coming sooner, and then new CEO and Activision kicked all that stuff out. Because I think the live team stuff was in place before that, and then all of a sudden they had to reorganize. So I don't think they were planning to actually do that much live team event. Like, I think they were planning on doing a DLC earlier.
I recently saw the House of Wolves trailer. Do you remember this House of Wolves? Like, it was kind of the movie trailer with the fallen in the snow, and goddamn if it isn't reminiscent of this DLC.
Yeah,
I wonder how much of this stuff has been rejiggered around. It's unbelievable eerie to look at that trailer, because it had nothing to do
All
with the
snow.
House of Wolves, right?
Yeah.
But it looks spot on for this DLC.
It's just unfortunately how making a game works, right? You come up with all these ideas and concept art and all this stuff, and then gradually as you start making the DLC or the game, you have to cut a bunch of stuff from what you actually wanted to do. And it wouldn't surprise me if they were like, well, this stuff was really awesome, we couldn't do it then, but let's try and do it now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I remember Jason Schreier, the Kotaku guy that that covers all the Destiny stuff. He had put something out on Twitter saying the current raid that we're getting in Rise of Iron is like built on the remnants of the raid that was supposed to be in House of Wolves. Like, that's a lot of info to process, but that the cutscene from House of Wolves and then all the snowy stuff in Rise of Iron. Yeah, I could kind of see
sense.
that. I could kind of see that. Yeah.
Fallen elements,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't mind specifically if they gut pieces and then put it into the game in the future. The game is fun for me. I enjoy playing it. I want more content.
I want more content, though. I want it more regularly. And no, to answer DT Huna's question, the live team has not met my expectations, especially in the latter half of this year, because they haven't released anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want more little events would be great.
More little events, but scattered in between more big events, too.
Yeah, if they're going to continue with the live team stuff, they have to, which they are. They've already announced that. They got to kick it up, because it just felt like little fillers that could bring people back for one day who already dropped the game, and that was it. Yeah. They got to have something else added to it, and then they also, just like you said, they can't just that's it. SRL in December. That's it. Like, it has to be events that come back so they can reuse it. And it can't just be Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris. That's it.
Tying them to a holiday doesn't seem to be the best idea, in my opinion.
No.
They can take my supremacy idea. They can have that for free. They can do it.
The SRL, I don't see why that's not coming back 3 times a year, 4 times a year. It doesn't have to be monthly, but I'd like to see it quarterly. Why once a year for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Tony McDowell, do you think completing raid checkpoints should earn you Vanguard rep? Trials and Iron Banner each give you Crucible rep.
I'd love it.
I would like that too.
Rep.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Especially if you got it every single time you ran it. So
yeah,
if like myself doing raid help, if I got Vanguard rep every time helping a team through, and maybe it was like half a whole level up, that'd be great. Get that LDR quicker for Xbox.
Seymour asked, the vault space thing is a joke, right? Ha ha ha. Bungie, please.
Who put these questions together again? It was you, Brian.
No idea.
Right?
No idea.
Turns out it was a joke. Oh my god.
I hope it's a miscommunication of some sort, or they're holding back a new feature that is like a new and improved type of storage system.
Quantum vault space.
Quantum pockets for your Guardian. Everything is on your Guardian at all times. Hollow asks, do you think there will be more replayability and less content in Rise of Iron than the Taken King?
I think
that's kind of what they said
Yeah.
in that article. They said that it's somewhere between like what we'd get in the Dark Below House of Wolves and the Taken King. So it's not as much new stuff in the Taken King, but what they're really focusing on is making us be able to replay the stuff that we have and actually want to replay it. And that's kind of noticeable in the things that they said they're doing with strikes, where like there's different paths each time you do a strike, or not each time, but you know, you have the opportunity.
That's something we forgot to go over.
paths.
They mentioned in the 3 days thing. Apparently, like the strikes, you're going through like some silos, and then like the pathways can change in it.
We talked about that
Which,
last week.
Oh, did we talk about that last week?
We did
Okay,
talk about
never
that,
mind.
but they might have had more detail in it.
I don't believe
Yeah.
they had any more detail. They just kind of went over it again.
That's definitely what they're going for, though, right? Like, they're giving us all this new armor, like, so much armor to get, so many things for us to play and keep playing to get all of the new weapons and the new armor, and the strikes have different paths that you can take, and maybe even the raid will be, like, a little bit different each time you do it. We don't even know what they're doing with the raid yet. So they're definitely going for more replayability, which I'm personally fine with. If the content is there for me to play and I enjoy playing it, that's all that matters.
You know, just adding ornaments, I think, to challenge mode helps with replayability, because instead of just
It's
getting the
huge.
same shit you were getting before, you get a whole new set of things.
Yeah, it's huge. I'm gonna want to just play trials nonstop, get flawless, get the ornaments, get the armor, get the weapons. There's a lot of reasons to play, and especially bringing back all the class items that were in year one besides the raid stuff. Like, I'm gonna want to get all of those old capes and stuff for my hunter. So
You can
There's
get
a
it pretty
lot
quick
for us
now,
to get.
too, with the gold package being renewed every day on each character. The last Mohican 9, how much should I tip on a to-go order?
A to-go order?
A to-go. So you picked up your food.
You picked up your food.
are you supposed to tip there?
I don't tip on a to-go order.
I don't tip on a to-go order either. I mean, if someone...
Maybe
I tip
maybe
servers.
I'd drop a buck
If
or
I'm
two.
serving myself, I get the tip.
I mean...
I don't think I've ever gone. I mean, that's probably me coming from Europe as well. Is like, that doesn't happen in Europe. Like, Europe is not tip crazy like
You
the
don't
US
tip
is.
waiters or waitresses, right?
So it's not really that we're crazy about it.
Good.
It's that...
No,
It's that the wages are so low that they're like, yeah, no, you got to tip to make these guys earn enough money. Fuck you. Pay them more, jackass. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah, to go orders, I've never even thought that it was a thing that I should be doing. So if I am, I'm sorry.
I've seen it though. Like, you'll get the same receipt that has like the tip thing, where you get a sign under it, and you're
Oh,
like,
really?
oh, I gotta write 000 under the tip.
000 sad face.
Sad face.
Just draw a sad face. One single tear.
I mean, sometimes I don't feel like doing math, so I'll just if it's like, you know, $18 in change for the meal, I'll just like, fuck it, 20. Just write 20 in the total and then make them do the math.
But why don't you just write 1836?
18 and some chains, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I usually pay with a card, so
Yeah.
it's always the exact amount.
Yeah.
Recently I have gotten some to-go stuff, and like, I have put a buck, sometimes $2 there, just because I'm like, it's the tip field that it intimidates me.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I can see that. Well, sometimes they have like a tip jar at like Subway or Dunkin' Donuts. You're like,
No.
whoa.
Whoa.
It's like the guy that's sitting there making my sushi or something. Yeah, I'm gonna tip him. I'm sitting at a sushi
That's
bar.
not takeout
cutting
though.
raw
If you're
fish.
sitting at a sushi bar,
I know, no,
you're
it's just
eating
sitting at
there.
a sushi bar. But for just taking out stuff, fuck it, no, no. I'm sorry. And to all the people that are out there in the service industry. Next question.
Salute.
I'm reading. I'm just wondering.
I don't
what
know.
Chat has to say, so I'm just reading it.
I don't know.
I've thought
it's
about it
stupid.
before, but like I always tip like delivery. I always tip a server, but I'd never tip for takeout.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you're supposed to tip for
Here-
hairdressers. I'm sorry, guys. It's bad.
You're supposed to tip.
Hairdressers?
I wouldn't know either. I don't get my hair cut.
Apparently,
Shit.
my mom used to cut my hair when I was in England, and then even in England where I went to like a hairdresser, we didn't tip them. So I was like, they were like, oh, how much did you tip? I was like, what?
I told him.
I
to
guess
get
I
good.
just won't go back there again because she might be mad that I didn't tip her. So.
The non-tipper. Here comes the non-tipper. Oh my god.
That's me.
So
I tip my barber.
Yeah, definitely.
You
don't tip your barber? Well, you don't really go get your haircut too often.
Yeah,
so.
you don't go to a barber.
Exactly.
Jason B. With nostalgia a theme, I'm calling it revamped VOG, Crota's End, by year 3's end, to go out on a bang before Destiny 2. You're basically calling Tefty's idea, I think, is what you're doing here, Jason B.
I think that's
is it really Tefty's idea? Like the entire community has basically had this.
Tefty had it first.
Oh, okay.
I called it out on the podcast patch. I called it out on the podcast. I said they were gonna the final patch for Destiny 1.0, or you know, this version of Destiny is going to make everything available to earn and be useful again.
Months ago.
And then they move on to Destiny.
Months ago.
And then they move on to Destiny 2.
McAnimals 85. House of Wolves had sidearms. Taken King had swords. Rise of Iron has crossbow primary confirmed.
I would love it, but I don't think so.
I think we would have seen it by now.
Something tells me, unless it's like a space crossbow, and shoots space energy stuff.
Space beams.
Yeah, it's, for some reason
Lasers.
I don't think a crossbow bolt is gonna do that much against the forces of darkness.
What mechanic would a crossbow have that a fusion rifle doesn't?
Good point.
Sniper.
It'd be a 1-bolt kill.
Yeah.
Queen's bow is a
Yeah,
sniper.
it would basically be Queenbreaker's bow. Yeah. Yeah.
Justin Smith, is that a new Arcadia ship on the new TWAB?
Looks like it.
Looks like Arcadia Iron Banner. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Martin Orn, according to Guardian GG, shotguns outperform snipers 2-1 overall. Are shotguns currently too effective?
No. I genuinely don't think they are. Shotguns are the best thing to have with a highly mobile playstyle, and basically people in the game right now have learned how to make use of all the mobility options in the game, so they're going to take the most effective option to go with that mobile playstyle.
Yep.
Yep.
I just learned how to Warlock skate today.
Have you learned how to... Yeah, with a sword? It's
Yeah,
fun
I
shit,
just
isn't it?
learned how to do it today. It's pretty effective, man. You get around quick with that. The real GOAT, do you think Activision has realized Destiny players have deep pockets and schedule constant expansions?
No.
What?
No.
But there's not constant expansions.
There's not.
Yeah, there's not constant
If
expansions.
there
to
was,
back
then
up
I'd
that.
think about it.
And there was a problem in year 1 where there was a lot of people getting left behind by the expansions really frequently.
What do you mean?
Well, like people who got Destiny for Christmas.
As
soon as they brought it home, they couldn't play it because Dark Below, or they could play it, but they couldn't play it with their friends who already had Dark Below, which launched right before Christmas. House of Wolves, it was a big thing. Will I still be able to do Nightfalls when House of Wolves launches? Will I still be able to do Iron Banner when House of Wolves launches? Taken King, like every time, it's like people get left behind.
Yeah, it is kind of a problem. They gotta either they accept that fact that that's happening, or they solve it somehow. I think the Taken King was a partial approach with the live events, being like, if you bought the Taken King, you have access to the whole year, and maybe they like that approach and want to continue it, but it sucks for the content scheduling because we need serious updates, we need serious expansions to keep the interest levels real. We can't have another year 2 like this.
I feel like it's
be
coming.
detrimental.
I feel like it's staring at us in the face. I feel like year 3 is going to be exactly the same.
Well, I mean, Rise of Iron for all of year 3 is that's a tough pill. Honestly.
It is a tough pill, but I have no evidence that supports it being any different. The Torch, should Destiny bring rare year 1 guns like the Matador Shotty and Supremacy Sniper forward into year 3 or remove them entirely? Well, the Matador is coming, definitely. Supremacy, I mean, is it really that different than the snipers we have now?
Not really. No.
The thing about the Supremacy is that you can re-roll it.
You couldn't re-roll Supremacy.
You couldn't?
No, that was the Queen.
Oh, that's the Queen's... Okay, yep. I'm sorry.
The Queen's sniper.
Very few lucky people got a good Supremacy.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see that one come back, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, her cool model with the gold barrel.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I want Aphrodite's spear back.
I feel like that
was like my favorite. That was my favorite sniper rifle.
I liked it too a lot. Jay Queege, how are you finding the new Crucible settings? Looking forward to playing Iron Banner with them next week? I am, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to playing with them in the Iron Banner next week.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
So far, they have not done anything to piss me off.
So far, I'm not angry.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're good.
We haven't played with them yet. Josh Giles, Thorn isn't a big deal now in regular Crucible. Why do people think it's going to be in year 3?
I think it's just the going through dealing with Thorn for so long.
The nostalgia.
And how bad it was.
The nostalgia.
No, it's PTSD, I think you're thinking of.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I have so much
PTSD.
nostalgia for like getting hit by that and immediately raging. Yeah.
I have fucking fever dreams about it.
I've played against it now in regular Crucible. It's not that great. Like, sure, you can die from it, but it's not like, oh, I got hit by Thor. I'm out of the fight for 20 years. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not what it used to be.
No.
It's just annoying. The whole
I've had a lot of people in my chat coming in and saying, hey, it really isn't as bad. And I believe them. I completely believe them. When I get hit, I'm noticing that I don't, die as quickly. I think I've only died to the Thorn burn a couple times since they really nerfed it. And, whatever. I still just hate that it's a primary weapon that has a dot on it, and then that it just, when it hits you, you're really keenly aware of it over every other weapon out there. So it, no matter what, you're aware of someone with Thorn hitting you, and you're just gonna notice it more than any other weapon type.
Yeah.
I agree with Patrick. I mean, year 1, it was bad. And it was notable because of the things it did that no other weapon did. Mm-hmm. Nadir Foundries, if you could create your own ornament for an exotic weapon, what would it be?
Oh, boy. That's a loaded question.
I read the question earlier, so my answer is prepared. It would be truck nuts for the Jade Rabbit.
Wait, did he say your own exotic or your favorite exotic?
It doesn't... Your own,
for any exotic.
Wait.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Create your own ornament for an exotic weapon.
For Thorn, I'd put a rose on it.
I like that. I like it. It would block the sights so you couldn't fucking use it.
Exactly.
I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. I'll take the cheap way out and say maybe turn one of the swords into like a different looking sword.
How about one of those ribbons that go on the end of the
like the Olympics? No, turn it into one of the Olympic like fucking Philly things.
Yeah, I like that.
There we
That'd
go.
Be cool.
There we go.
Nice.
There we go. I like it.
That's a tough one for sure, but maybe if you could actually turn the last word into an old looking Smith & Wesson style six shooter from
that would
the
be
Old
cool.
West,
Yeah. It would look puny compared to the hand cannons in Destiny.
It would, but
those hand cannons in Destiny are like enormous.
They're huge.
And like a regular gun would be like.
Well, maybe it would keep the size. Like, you look at McCree's weapon.
Yeah.
So you take McCree has more of like a standard style pistol. Mm-hmm. Or, like a, what's it called? Colt 45 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, something like that into last word.
I don't know.
I feel like I need to think about it, though. Because, like, I wouldn't settle on that if that was my choice.
Yeah. I wouldn't settle on truck
question.
nuts either, but I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, you would. Let's be honest.
Now I'm on board with the ribbon for the swords. Pack Devil, if we get challenge mode in the raid again, which we know we are, what in general would you like to see them do differently? I'd like to see it be harder. I'll say it right off the bat. I'd like the
Yeah.
challenge
Make it be
mode to be
challenging.
significantly more challenging than it was for the King's Fall raid.
The only challenge mode that I really feel like is an actual challenge is the Golgoroth one.
Yeah.
And still that's only if you do it it's only challenging if you do it like the way Datto does it, where you
legit way.
use all 6 orbs and rotate everyone in and out. If you just do it the 1 or 2 orb strat and then just let people trade off, it's like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
mild inconvenience, yeah.
Yeah. At Pekka Momo, do you think the Void and Solar Thunderlords we've seen are ornaments in action?
Could be.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
The only problem is that if it actually changes the element, then it couldn't be an ornament, really, could it? Because ornament's supposed to just be
Only cosmetic.
cosmetic
At least
thing.
as what we've been told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw the Void Thunderlord. I saw the Solar one in the Taken King, materials.
I think we saw the solar, and we only saw like a thumbnail of the Void one, like in
Yeah.
an inventory slot or something.
But it's definitely
Or
one
what
of those
looked like
Taken King exotics that just kind of never made it.
Yeah.
What if that's an Iron Banner exotic? Because we haven't seen any of those before. What if that?
I legitimately think they're going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I think Iron Banner exotics are going to be a thing. Just because of the weapon that they showed in the article, like, that wasn't a normal Iron Banner.
thing
The one with the
looking
wrapping
weapon.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with, like, the blade on the end of it or whatever it was.
You see that
That is
hand
not a
cannon with the
normal
blades
looking
on it too?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's
That's
a hand
true,
cannon
we
with like a
saw that, and-
harpoon thing on the end of it.
Yeah.
Very cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Good for yeah.
someone linked me a screenshot from one of the promotional images, and it looked like a Kavasta. It looked like a Kavasta. Like it had the sights and it had the magazine of the Kavasta, but then it had like this spirally barrel ornament thing on it. It looked exactly like the same barrel that's on that particular hand cannon that we see in those promotional images.
Oh, really?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know. It might be like that spiral barrel thing is an ornament of some type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if ornaments, like if you get a Trials of Osiris ornament, is it only going to be usable on Trials of Osiris gear, or will you be able to
I
put it
think
on
so.
anything?
I think so too.
I think
it's
the-
like
I think
locked to
the-
the gear.
yeah, I think the ornaments are specific to the gear type.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vicious Victor T, are you guys and Lady going for raids first?
First in the raid.
Are you guys and Lady going for raid firsts?
Yeah, or at least
guys are.
Tefty, Breyer, and I. We got a team forming. Not gonna talk. We're not gonna tell any more than that.
It's so
We got-
exciting now.
Yeah, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. We got
is exciting.
we got something in the works. I think everyone's gonna be really hyped about it, but we'll tell you more when we can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Watts, you're in the preview program, so you can't participate. Is that correct?
I think I'm just forever banned.
Yeah.
from going to World
Forever.
First at this point.
Rip.
Just forever.
Just forever.
Mike Costanza, if you could bring one Summer Olympic sport into Destiny as a live event, a la Lucio Ball, what would it be? Now I'm gonna go with that sword kind of ribbon thing, man.
Yeah.
Me and Patrick, we could do like doubles, synchronized sorting,
Synchronized sorting. Nice.
or water polo.
Nice.
Let's have diving, so that way we actually have to be able to go into water.
That'd be nice.
Because we've not been able to go in water before, right?
Yeah.
Like submerged and swim.
Yeah,
How
we
about
always
gymnastics
die.
so we stop tripping over rocks?
I was thinking gymnastics.
Can parkour be a sport?
only if you say
'Cause-
hardcore parkour.
Hardcore parkour. Parkour.
Gold medalist in hardcore parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
Yeah. No, I'd be down for some like parkour stuff because man, my hunter, no one beats me at tower parkour.
I think the Winter
we go.
Olympics would be more our style. Skiing,
Dude, you could basically do like sparrow tricks, like make a half pipe. And
Oh,
then,
yes.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
let us do sparrow tricks. Get on it, Bungie.
Yes,
I'll
we
give it
need
to
a
you for
half
free.
pipe.
Giving you that one for free. You got like 3 more months until winter comes. So just get on it.
Yeah.
I could make a half pipe in the old game engines that I used to do, like lickety split. Add snow texture. We're good.
We're good.
Good. Do it.
Brandon
Do it.
Melbroner.
Nice.
Do you think it's better to have exotics that provide extreme consistency like Mida or the Last Word? Who is saying the Last Word provides extreme consistency?
It does.
Or provide cool perks? Consistently inconsistent.
Dude, Last Word is really fucking consistent now when you just aim down sights with it.
It totally depends on the netcode I'm having in that match, man. It
100%.
completely
Netcode.
All right.
depends.
All right.
100%.
All right.
Same thing happens with the Mida multi-tool. It's like there's matches where everything hits. You know, a good way to test the consistency of the Last Word is go into a PvE environment that only you have, and you can see how consistent the bullets are. It's like maybe one out of the whole mag will miss, and then you go into a laggy match, and half to maybe all the bullets miss, even though they're right on somebody.
Yeah, but then the next match you can't miss.
Yeah, they're just headshot,
Yeah.
headshot.
All right. Well, what was the question again? Because we got sidetracked.
What do you think is better? Extreme consistency or cool perks?
I mean, the sad thing is that the extreme consistency wasn't really a thing in year one because we had so many things that, were just really good. They had cool perks as well, but everything was really consistent at the same time. It's only in year two where inconsistencies in both hand cannon bloom, which shouldn't be in the fucking game, just kind of the lowering of the power level of primaries. That's basically what made, those consistent weapons be even better. But yeah, no, I love cool perks. I think cool perks is the way to go on it. But I also think consistency just needs to be a thing on all weapons.
Yeah, it needs to
Consistency
be a
should be
thing
the base,
across the board.
Yeah.
right?
Right.
The cool perks should be on the exotics, but they should intrinsically have the consistency that's built into all weapons, theoretically.
Yeah.
Gabriel Metzger, do you think the Iron Engrams will drop the year 1 and year 2 gear at Rise of Iron Light levels? We've touched on this earlier. I do think so.
Yeah, I think it would just drop it. How regular legendary engrams drop now, where it's going to be like around your level. But they can definitely be infusible to max light level.
The argument I was hearing, I was talking about this in chat today on Twitch, and the argument I kept hearing was, well, we have legacy engrams from Zur now, and they're year 1. So why wouldn't they just sell year 1 Iron Engrams? I said, well, what's the fucking point? Who's going to use it?
That's different though.
I'm pretty sure it was confirmed that it was going to be infusible to max light.
Yeah, the Zur engrams are to complete your collection of the exotic.
Right.
Yeah. I do. I think they will be. I'm in agreement with Watts. I think they will be
Yep.
ROI light level. Billy Boom 74. Do you think that trying to balance weapons and subclasses for PvP is ruining some of the PvE experience?
It does suck that the PvP meta is what causes a majority of the changes, and then it just inevitably affects PvE. I wish we could just see more stuff like we did with that original shotgun patch, where they're like, yeah, they're buffed 100% in PvE. Great.
Yeah.
Because clearly they can
pulled
change
back
it.
on that for PvE specifically. Like, it was too powerful, they said.
Yeah, and they still do marginal buffs to weapons by like a couple percents in just PvE and not PvP.
Yeah.
The one that really sticks out to me on this is the special weapon nerf. How they nerfed it for PvP, and that really did affect using special weapons in PvE.
That's been the most egregious egregious
Yeah,
thing
that was
happened.
the biggest one.
They said that
for
we'd see
sure.
more green ammo drops, but I haven't seen that. I'm constantly running
It doesn't
out.
feel like it to me.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never feel like I really have a problem with it in
I do.
PvE.
I do, especially if I'm running a shotgun, because I find that I'm constantly running
Really?
out. Yeah.
Really? Huh.
Like, if I'm running a sniper rifle, then I sit back and I'm constantly popping specials, so it's not that big a deal. But when I'm in the mix with a shotgun, if they're not dropping, like I'm in the mix, I'd be picking them up if they were, but they're not. So I just, I don't get them.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to be perfect until they officially start to make changes for PvE versus PvP. honestly.
Trevor Monroe, what's your guys' favorite gun combos up until this point for both modes? Any combo of year one from now. Modes, I think he's talking PvE and PvP.
God, in year one, at the end of it, the only loadout I had was Devil You Know and Icebreaker. Like, that's all I used.
For PvP?
For both PvP and PvE.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I never had to worry about special ammo. The only thing I had to worry about was primary and heavy. I think for my heavy, I just used one of the random rocket launchers. But then for primary, you didn't really have problems because hand cannons didn't have problems with ammo in year one until they got their ammo cut in half.
I think my year one go-to was the messenger.
Yeah, I remember using that a lot.
Because I wasn't really sniping at that point. So if I was against snipers, the messenger was like the perfect thing to go up against snipers because I could just two burst them and they wouldn't be able to hit me because of the flinch. So can't remember what I used for special though. I can't remember.
You would never stick with one thing in PvP.
Yeah.
You would constantly swap. I've been the only person on our team that's just like, I'm sniping. I don't do anything else.
I get bored easily.
Yeah.
I have to switch everything all the time.
I think I was using, by the end of year one, I was using Thorn.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Thorn, and I had an range of shotguns that had shot package that were usable.
How about for PvE?
Played the meta.
PvE,
it was depending on whatever strike I was running, and I think in the raids I would always switch it up between like Gallahorn, Icebreaker, and Black Hammer. Like it was rotating constantly.
For me, in PvE, it was always a burn damage primary, whatever I needed for that activity, and a shotgun. Because by the end of House of Wolves, or in House of Wolves, shotguns were just so much fun.
Yeah.
Because they just destroyed everything. And for PvP, I'll be honest, it was either the last word or Thorn and a shotgun or a sniper, depending on the map.
Yeah.
Jonathan Gherkin, you guys like pizza? Deep dish, thin crust, or medium? What the hell is medium?
Deep dish
I
is
like
a fucking
stuffed crust.
Stuffed crust.
Deep dish is a fucking abomination for pizza, and it's not real pizza.
That's a dirty
Holtz.
lie.
You're strange, Holtz.
No.
Yeah.
Deep dish is not pizza.
You're like some strange species discovered on a far-off planet in No Man's Sky.
I do as the Romans do when in Rome. If I'm somewhere that has great deep dish, I'll eat deep dish. If I'm somewhere that has a great thin crust, I'll eat thin crust.
Thin crust,
I'm all about the
only way to
crust.
go. Thin crust is the only way to go for pizza. And
I feel like maybe you've never had good deep dish then.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
It is a very big
Why do you
possibility.
not like stuffed crust?
I like stuffed crust, Swats. I don't like it from Pizza Hut, though.
No.
And it's rare to see at a real pizza place.
Yeah. It's true.
The DiGiorno pizzas with stuffed crust are pretty good.
I'm down with DiGiorno. I'll pop a pizza.
Unfortunately, I can't have that stuff because I'm gluten-free, but the thin crust
what?
pizzas
Get a
nowadays...
Pizza's got gluten? Isn't there a gluten-free stuffed crust pizza?
Probably.
No, there's not a deep dish pizza either that's like gluten-free that's worth eating.
Dude.
Well, no, I take that back. There is a place in Sacramento called Zelda's, I think, or their sister restaurant, and it was good. It's just not the same as like real deep dish pizza.
Yeah. Deep
so
dish
I'm
pizza
relegated.
crust is like half crust, half butter.
Yeah, I mean that sounds good too. So I'm relegated to like thin crust pizza, and there is good gluten-free thin crust pizza nowadays.
I doubt it.
At my store, they have like a bunch of. They have a whole gluten-free section of pizza.
Yeah,
Really?
that's right.
I guess it comes with living in Seattle, right? It's like
Yeah, the
it's
closer
very
you're on the
easy to
coast.
find like vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free stuff. Super easy.
Yep.
When I was like, I think I was like 22, I had a friend come home to visit, and he asked if we could go to the grocery store on the way home from the airport, and he's like, "Where is the organic section?"
Ha!
And I'm like, "Ha! I don't understand what you mean. Like these words you're saying don't even make sense." I don't know, for some reason that reminded me of that. Sergio Santa Cruz, Will killing the bosses in Strike still drop loot, or is it just the chests at the end?
That's one thing that we haven't gotten confirmation on. I'm hoping it still drops, so you can double dip a little bit.
Double dip?
Double dip
nice.
on the loot a little bit. More loot's never a problem unless you don't have vault space. So, yeah, we don't know right now.
Yeah, I don't think we do. Stephen Brook, if you could be a drug dealer, what would you sell?
Wait, what?
Ether.
A drag
Ether,
dealer?
right? Drug
Ether,
dealer.
obviously.
Ether.
Wait, did you say drag dealer?
Drug dealer.
Yeah, Drake.
Drag dealer.
Drug dealer.
Remember? Oh, you guys weren't here for that. Never mind. So we had a discussion, Myland Games and Bife when they were on the podcast, and there came up a question, or it happened that a drag dealer was discussed about that would sell ether on the podcast. So that's why where that question came from. So
Okay.
All right.
drag dealer, right?
Drug dealer,
Yeah.
get it? It sounds
I
like
get
it.
drug dealer, but it's
get it.
drag.
I exotic cheeses.
Jesus.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Artisanal.
Nice.
Artisanal ether.
Artisanal
Well, if
exotic
it's in Rise
cheeses.
of Iron, I'm gonna sell Twizzlers.
Nice.
Not red vines.
Not red vines, because that's just
No.
gross.
Evil red vines.
Jacob Dowell, a substantial amount of ammo is used when blocking high damage attacks with a sword. How much ammo should reflecting take?
It's
Same
gonna
amount.
take a lot, yeah.
I'm
Zero.
gonna say same amount.
I'm with Tefty. I'm with 0, so I could do it
0.
constantly.
0 because we like to
spam
have
it.
fun.
So
Don't
you're just
take
gonna
our fun
walk.
away.
You're just gonna walk around with that sword. You guys are gonna make a phalanx wall and just
All right.
move across the map.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So it'll take a significant amount in PvE for balance purposes, but 0 in PvP.
That'd be nice.
Perfect.
Sure, why not?
Kenneth Krieger, will Thorn's quest have a cutscene with Dredge and Yor? If so, that would be amazing.
I'm down for more cutscenes. I
yeah,
don't think
sure, go for it.
so. but
More
but
cutscenes,
yeah.
please.
I hadn't even really considered a cutscene with Thorn for the Thorn quest, but that sounds dope.
Yeah.
Charles Boyle, which of the exotics would you like to get first? Thorn, Galahorn, or the new Kvastov?
I'd like to get the Kvastov first. Because, we've already had Galahorn. I've already used Thorn. I can currently still use both of those if I want to. But the Kvastov I have not tried before. Not this version.
Yeah.
Not the
I think
pulse rifle version.
Not the
I'm
scout
gonna go with you
rifle
on that,
either.
too.
Not the scout rifle version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want the new Kvastov.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be trying to do the Kvastov quest line ASAP just to
Yeah.
get that video out, and then it's like unless they announce Thorn's gonna have some huge changes on it or something, then it's whatever.
I think they will. I think
Really?
I think Send It will be a thing of the past on Thorn. I think they'll adjust it to fit in the meta more.
That would make sense
Okay.
if they bring it a line with the current perks.
Okay.
I really want to use the new Kvastov, but that 3-day time period between release and raid is really weighing on me. And I feel like the Galahorn is going to be a really useful tool in there.
That's true, man. I didn't think about that.
But it may be time gated. Like any of these things could be time gated, so we have no idea.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
going to be time gated because we get the pre-order one.
So you think you're just going to get it as soon as you
I think
roll into Rise
it's
of
going to be
Iron?
available day one to get
Okay.
because of the pre-order stuff.
Okay.
Golfer for Christ. Thoughts on the Kvastov and its viability in PvP? Seems like it can mold to whatever the meta is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a
a fair
possibility. We don't really. I don't know. We don't really know what the archetype is of the scout.
Yeah.
Are the stat bars going to change when you select pulse and then the semi-auto version? If it's a semi-auto version of doing auto rifle damage, that sounds awful. That sounds absolutely awful. You
Yeah.
can just do that by get any auto rifle now and use it as a scout rifle. It's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Do it like
Wonder
that.
I've never been as
Yeah.
good with the doctrine as you guys.
God, yeah. What are you talking about, Briar? All you have to do is just
Tap it.
unplug
I've
and
been tapping it.
No, we
There
go
you
up
go.
against people in trials that are in Spain with the red bar, and then their doctrine of passing fire is But it's doing more than that.
It's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Brian Smith, with Rise of Iron being a little over a month away, what should I do to prepare my characters and my beard?
Tefty, Briar,
Barber.
take the beard question. I have no fucking idea.
Make sure you go to the barber.
Yeah.
Shampoo it.
You want
before,
to shave that
before it launches.
neck area so that the chin strap of your helmet fits nicely.
Yep, exactly. It's good. Good tip on that.
What are you guys doing to get ready? Are you gonna?
It's still too
No.
early for me.
Yeah, but are you gonna edge up your characters? Are you buying heavy ammo? Like,
I think for
You're
me,
starting to hoard
I
stuff?
never really super prepare for stuff because I just don't want to do that. I want to experience the new content as much as possible. But like if I'm close to leveling up Future Warcraft, I'll be like, okay, I'll do that. Or I think for me, I don't have like any exotic shards. I mean, I have some, but I don't have a lot. So I'm going to be focusing on getting exotic shards so I can infuse exotics and stuff, get my bones up to max light level.
That's a good point, actually. I'm pretty low on exotic shards myself. I
Yeah.
dropped below the double digits, and
Go.
I've actually had to go to the exotic blueprints and print out the truth.
Do
Problem
the
is it costs
kiosk
like
farm.
2,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it costs 2,500 glimmer every time to do that. So I can only I let it go up to 25,000 glimmer, and then I get those exotic shards, and that I think that's like 20,
10.
maybe.
You'll end up
10?
getting 20.
Is it 10?
You'll end up getting. Wait, doesn't it cost an exotic to buy it too? You end up getting 1 out of it, so I think at the end you only get 10 out of all the farming. I can't math.
So it is.
Whatever.
It's not very much because every time
yeah.
I do it, I'm like, oh my god. This is
You're
kind
like,
of
oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I have like 60 or 70, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I just dismantle shit when I get it. It's like, oh, there's a 335 exotic, but I have a bunch of legendaries. I'd rather just have the exotic shard. I don't hold on to any of this.
Mine went to re-rolling.
Yeah.
I
that's
don't care. Yeah, I don't care about that either.
I couldn't get the right bones. I had to have the right bones with the sniper ammo and the right stats.
I have 2 sets of bones, one for Arc and one for
Yeah.
Nice. I've been trying to get tier 12, and I can't get it.
I just
Yeah, I keep on
tier 12
re-rolling
is
and stuff.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not too picky. My character plays the way that I feel, or my character doesn't inhibit my playing, so I don't really feel the need to do any of that. The only thing that I'm doing to like prepare my character right now is, I'm keeping myself at 1,000 strange coins, and then every week when Xur comes, I'll go however many I gained, I'll just buy heavy ammo synths and then stop when I'm at 1,000 strange coins. Yep. That's
I think I'm going to
basically
start
it.
doing that too, because I have not I'm over 1,000 strange coins again.
There's no
and
reason to tap.
Yeah, there's no
more than
reason
that.
to keep them. So I think I'm going to start like bringing it, like maybe keep a 500 or something like that, because I have not stocked up on heavy ammo at all. I haven't done
Yeah.
any of that.
You can do
I know
that in
your
one
vault
weekend.
is like
It's not a big
heavy.
deal.
Yeah,
It
that's
just
true.
takes. It's like a time investment. If you break
Yeah.
it up over multiple weekends, it doesn't feel so bad.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna give a couple of 3 coins on every character as well. I think I have like 100
For sure.
on. I have 100 on my hunter and then 50 on the other characters.
I've been
So-
using a lot of 3 coins, trying to get as many exotic engrams as I can, saving
And you're
those
just
up.
gonna rank up Cryptarch.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, if they'll drop at a higher light level, great. If they won't, then I'll rep up the Cryptarch, and I'll have a bunch of exotic shards afterwards. So
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. My luck with the Cryptarch getting actual engrams from him is so fucking low. So I just
Me too.
I didn't even bother farming up the engrams to rank up Cryptarch.
I pop a lot of them while I'm playing Trials of Osiris or whatever.
Yeah.
I would like to see those go away, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And we know you would.
I also, Watts, your tip on saving a few Trials bounties is a good one too.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, just so I can have my max legendary marks. If this is
Yeah.
a thing we're going to be allowed to do, I can have max legendary marks, buy some stuff from the new vendors, and then turn in my bounties and get a bunch of more.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
you can hold quite a few now too, so that's a
You
significant amount
can,
of
and
legendary marks.
you can hold on to like all of those legendaries that you don't want. You can dismantle them and get legendary marks too.
Iron Banner, you can hold on to Iron Banner for ones too, because you're only going to be able to hold on to a week's worth of trials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just and only hold on to the ones that give you legendary marks as well. I think
Yeah.
there's only 4 total that do legendary marks. Some of them rotate in and out, and then
Mm-hmm.
Iron Banner do only the weeklies for Iron Banner.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, and this is good. We're pretty sure this is going to be the last Iron Banner, as well.
Yeah,
like
I
we're
would
just
think.
there's
the
like
11th right now.
yeah
Oh, it's the 16th. Yeah, yep.
16th when it comes out. It's like it's just that unless they do one like at the start of September for some reason. So I wouldn't turn in those Iron Banner bounties unless you really really want to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Titan Prime. You going to use Thorn and G-Horn in Trials or Iron Banner?
I don't know. We'll see.
I'll definitely use Thorn a little bit. G-Horn is something I pull out once in a while just for fun. I don't use it to compete.
G-Horn's not really a PvP weapon. Like
No.
it's cool, but no.
It's annoying getting killed by one. That's really the reason to use it. Be like, you got killed by Galahorn.
So like Galahorn?
yeah.
That's why I like
Or
to
if you
pull out
get
Drake's
killed by the
Promise.
Wolfpack round. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
Wolfpack round. Yeah.
That can be really annoying. Rockets are so inconsistent nowadays. Like I feel like they've been broke ever since Taken King. Something happened.
Well, what part about it is like the proximity debt?
Proximity, just
Like
blast radius
they
can be
nerfed
weird.
that.
They've nerfed the proximity debt like twice now, I think.
Yeah.
And then they said the blast radius has been like increased, but I don't know. It's weird.
I've had them
Yeah.
in matches like whiz by my head and not go
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've witnessed rockets go by people and been like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
useless rocket.
Yeah. In Iron Banner, I always run a machine gun. In Trials, I still run a rocket with proximity debt. I'll run truth most of the time.
This is
Yeah.
why I use a sword.
Yeah. Swords are great.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious to
good.
do it.
They're going to be even better, too.
It's true. Sword's gonna be the new meta for a heavy round.
Yep.
Gavin Risbridger, with no extra vault space yet, what's being sacrificed by you all? Nothing by Patrick.
Absolutely nothing
Yeah,
by
he's
me.
already
I'm just
sacrificed everything.
I got so
Wow,
much
it's
for
being
activities.
sacrificed. I can take a look. I have a lot of capes that I probably don't. I think I have like 2 pairs of the same gloves and like 3 pairs of the same pants. Like there's stuff I can get rid of that I'm just too lazy to go through my vault deleting. So I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, I still got like 20 Grasp of Malix in my vault that are 335.
Really?
Just like infusement material, yeah, pretty easily. I got a ton of Warlock bonds also that I saved just in case I need to infuse things. So I can clear out some stuff pretty easily.
Yeah,
I've
me
got
too.
hard choices to make. I'm going to have like a 20 weapon episode of Starter to keep it.
Just take them all into the Crucible, and you have to get a kill with it the first time like you bring it up, or else it's just done. Like that's it's like going through college resumes. Like, oh, the font's wrong. Fuck it.
Fuck 'em.
Trash.
I like it. I like it.
Yep.
Mike Costanza, do you worry people blame last gen for too many of Destiny's problems and are expecting too much now that it's gone?
Yes,
Probably.
I do.
Yeah.
definitely.
They're like, oh, it's got to be a totally different game. It's going to come out with 60 FPS. It's going to be private matches, ranked playlists.
Yeah.
Look for it soon, September 2017.
monthly expansions.
Yep.
I am somewhat wondering if not having the 360 and the PS3 to develop for will ease up development and hopefully create faster launches for DLCs.
Yeah, I can imagine it'll
Hope
be
so.
a little bit easier to make some content, like just on the rewards side. There was a great talk at I think it was GDC, where they showed them using Mashup, the tool that they use to like design armor and everything. It was really
Yeah, I
cool,
saw that.
but like the textures on it would have to conform to like the Xbox lower memory costs and everything. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, it doesn't really work on this one. We got to retool it. It's like, so it's taking a ton of time to actually do that. So maybe now they don't have to worry about those lower memory requirements. It'll be easier to make some things. Not
it does
everything.
feel like we're getting a lot more armor sets this time around than we have in the past too.
Oh yeah, there's a ton that are dropping now, and even just the new ones: Iron Bandit, Iron Lord, new Trials, Archon's Forge, Raid, all the new vendor stuff. There's a lot to collect, actually.
Yeah. Yep. And then you add ornaments to all of those.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But no more vault space, really?
No more vault space, Briar.
Briar, I can give you a ton of vault space.
Can I? Are you gonna start renting it out?
No, just give me your account and I'll just hit square. Just start hitting square on all the stuff in your account for a little bit. You'll have plenty of space. No time.
The subletting vault space. That's hilarious.
So, give me like a storage unit in my vault. I'll let you have a tab, but you got to pay me like 20,000 glimmer per week.
Worth.
You miss a payment, I get to nuke everything, and I get to keep all the legendary marks.
Peyton Vowell, do you think Bungie could implement a way to travel from planet to planet like No Man's Sky?
No.
I would love it, but no.
Yeah, very doubtful.
It's a really cool feeling to just pull your ship off and fly up there. It's a really cool feeling, but I don't think so.
That would require they'd have to remake the entire game.
Everybody's accidentally gone off the map, especially on Mars, and you see what those maps are when you leave.
Yeah.
They're not planet shaped at all.
No.
Also, I believe that the planets are made with voxels, not polygons in No Man's Sky, so it's a completely different type of engine. Yep. Onyx M Dragon, what's going to be the first... It would be fucking cool, though. Onyx M Dragon, what's going to be the first activity you guys dig into? PvP or PvE?
PvE.
Yeah, PvE.
Well, we weren't gonna do the story, right?
Yeah.
The story, get working on some quests.
I'm gonna try to complete like all the story, just so we can, just in case I miss forming some new exotic or something because I didn't do the story. I'm thinking about all the reviews I have to do, and I need to get those out as quickly as possible. So, yeah.
The first 3 days for me are going to be I would imagine 18-hour days of just, literally just, if I'm not leveling up my character, I'm doing a video about what I'm doing.
Stream for 16 hours, try to make videos for the last 2, sleep, minimal amount, repeat,
yeah, and then raid on Friday.
Friday raid.
Yeah, the 12-hour raid stream will be the shortest day of Destiny of the week. I mean, 5 hours. 5 hours work first. Team fun. Divine Sky. Hype level 1 through 10. I'm about 11.5.
I'm super excited. Every time new information comes out and I'm making a video about it, I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to just try and get all of the armor and all of the new weapons and all of the ornaments, and I want to see the story. I want to find out more about the Iron Lords. I want to experience that. There's so much about Rise of Iron that makes me excited, just because it is about something that we've been experiencing since the beta. It's exciting.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm definitely hyped.
Yeah.
Ice Mate Jur. Iron Record Book gives 1 armor per class. I'm worried about RNG for perks and stats. Your opinion?
I think it's going to drop at 3. But yeah, I guess the stats still come on it, so never mind.
Yeah.
Stats are still there. Yeah, that's true.
We don't really know.
That's true.
It's like that guy. That guy who got a god roll on the was that red rocket launcher?
The hothead.
Oh yeah, the hothead.
Yeah.
One dude's gonna have awesome rolls on this Iron Lord gear, and everybody else is gonna have dismantled it immediately.
Pretty much.
I hope. I'm hoping that maybe it has all the stats and you can just select what you want. That would be great.
Oh, that's entirely too wishful of thinking.
I know.
That'd be great, though.
There was a hot minute we were thinking that was going to happen. Remember when we thought that we were going to be able to pick what we got out of Sterling Treasures?
Yeah.
Yeah,
would have been nice.
Something like that.
And Bungie would have only made 6 or whatever math minimum amount, so you could just pick the armor sets.
Yeah.
PSN, I am RS3. On 3-way death match, who wins? Lord Saladin versus Lord Shaxx versus Commander Zavala.
I think Saladin.
I'm going
Saladin.
with Saladin.
Yeah, have you seen the fucking axe, man?
I know, dude.
Got a big
Saladin's
axe.
just a badass too.
Yeah.
He's lived
Yeah.
through some stuff.
I think
I don't know
Zavala's
what
a paper
Shaxx has
pusher
been
at this
through.
point, man.
Yeah.
He's all
Yeah.
about following the rules. I think
Yeah.
I think Saladin, although I bet Shaxx fights dirty.
I can
could
see
see
that.
that.
Yeah.
I think Shaxx has been on the sidelines too long and like shouting over like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!"
Yeah,
You know, like
he's got a
been
bit of a
watching
beer
too
gut
much.
now. He's like watching a lot of Crucible on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saladin is still in the field. He's still doing things.
He
Comes
is.
back is like, "Get to work, Guardians."
I think you're
Iron
right.
Banner.
I think you're right. Not so creative. Can you just point out how shitty of Bungie it is to give the collector's edition Ghost shit stats? I think they had to. If they had given the collector's edition Ghost, the original collector's edition Ghost, that red Ghost shell that we had for all year one, if they had given it amazing stats, I think people
It's
would
pay
have
to
cried
win.
foul. Yeah. Even though it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
Would've
pay
been
to-
pissed.
it's not really because you bought that thing way before you ever knew.
Before you even had stats.
Yeah.
Too,
Yeah.
So
But I think people would have cried foul.
Yeah.
For sure.
Brian Bell, favorite music to listen to while crushing the hopes and dreams of fellow Guardians in PvP. Hashtag not
Hawaiian-
metal enough.
Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
I don't know
From
what
Lilo
that
and
song
Stitch.
is, but I definitely want to hear it.
It's from Lilo and Stitch. It is
Yeah.
great. I didn't know we had a Disney themed party, and it came on and we were playing Trials, and I was like, this is amazing music in Trials. It's so relaxing, makes you happy, and you're just like relaxed, happy, communicating well. All the stress goes away. It's great.
I highly recommend the Philadelphia, the live album from Lamb of God. Fantastic PvP music.
That sounds pretty chill.
Oh yeah, it's super chill. If I got to pick one track off of it, the Subtle Arts of Persuasion and Murder. Fantastic, super chill, super chill.
All right.
Okay. I've got I put together a Wu-Tang Clan and Tribe Called Quest playlist,
That sounds good.
and then I started a radio on it on Spotify. I've been using that. I think that's my favorite playlist so far to play during PvP.
I've got I've got two playlists. One is kind of like a 90s rap playlist that's pretty good because it kind of gets you in the mood. Like a serious mind. But every once in a while I'll put on like a really happy-go-lucky like pop playlist with things like Celebration and like stuff like that. And that's fun because the music and the murder just don't match up in your head, and it just makes it kind of whimsical.
What about some baby metal, guys?
Baby metal,
some
yeah,
baby
that
metal?
could work. That could work.
Baby metal?
Chair, a new chair.
Damn, we got through 5 pages. This is our last question coming up. 5 pages
Nice.
of questions. That's incredible. Saul Israel Carranza, what would be your ending for Destiny 1? And he gives a suggestion. Mine would be a final stand, saving the city, but the tower falls. So last thing we do in Destiny 1 story-wise before Destiny 2.
I'm gonna go with getting double crossed by the speaker and revealing that he really is
yeah.
an asshole.
Like, it's just revealed, but you don't know all the ins and outs. It's just like, you find out the speaker's a bad guy. And then Osiris
Yeah.
appears, and he's like, I told you. And then
I
told you.
that's how it ends. And then the beginning of Destiny 2, you have to pick a side. Like, picking which group you're part of.
I hope
be cool.
I hope we can get some sort of heralding event like for Destiny 2 where we get to have this, end of Destiny 1 storyline experience that can lead into Destiny 2, whatever the hell it'll be. And I don't know. I just hope that it's very obvious that we hit a point in the story where, there's something changing, something coming,
Something
and
big changing.
something, yeah,
Something happening here.
yeah.
What it is.
I like
Ain't exactly
Saul's
clear.
idea here because, like, by saving the city, but the tower falls, maybe we're back on our heels. We don't know what's coming. Like, we thought we were in a good spot. All of Destiny has been, this kind of bright future, and we've faced every challenge we've had come at us, and we've defeated it. But all of a sudden, something has happened that was too strong. We're back on our heels. We're on the run. Maybe the last city, we've got to migrate to a new place because the last city we need to abandon. I love that idea of having all of Destiny being this hopeful world, and then all of a sudden it's not hopeful. It's desperate. It's, we don't know what we're gonna do, and Destiny 2 comes out, and it's like this new paradigm.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
I'm down.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all the Twitter questions. 5 pages of Twitter
Awesome.
questions. We got through them quick too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Absolutely.
Sweet.
He's actually Paul McCartney. It makes me think about that video.
That video is so
that
bad.
video.
That video
Oh
was
my
so
God.
bad. Okay, so fun story about that video. When it came out, we did a little video on it too, and this was when Ryan was like writing scripts, and I would just read them, and like he put in the script, this is. You guys should definitely go listen to it. It's probably one of the best songs I've heard all year. And I was like, Ryan, I can't fucking say that.
Oh.
Like that was the first
It's
instance
definitely one
where
of
I
the
was like,
songs I've heard all year.
yeah, that
Yeah.
it meets the requirements for a song, and it's yeah. And I was
It's a
just,
song.
oh
There's-
god,
there's
The video,
sounds.
though.
I couldn't make it through the
it's like
video. I've never made it through it.
Are in a battle area, sitting
Yeah.
on Mars, like Cabal militant. It's like it's dangerous on Mars, and they're having a little
Just sitting
campfire
here,
watching Paul McCartney.
sitting here with the ghost, and
Yeah.
then just projecting Paul McCartney. It's like,
yeah,
what
Paul
the
McCartney's
fuck?
having like story time while they're like, "Hey, we should pay attention to Paul McCartney
should
before
probably.
we go back and kill Cabal."
Wouldn't you?
Oh my god!
If you were out on Mars fighting the Cabals, and Paul McCartney's
Paul
ghost
McCartney
showed
shows
up,
up?
you're gonna take.
oh
a
yeah,
look.
no,
You're
oh
gonna
no,
take
I'd
a
stop.
gander.
Hold on.
We need a 30-second timeout. We got
Dude,
Paul
the
McCartney's
the
ghost
Cabal-
over
the
here.
Cabal-
This is a charge with the shields, but listen, we got Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
No, the Cabal were probably like, dude, we need to see this shit too. It's like in World War II on Christmas when the Allies and the Nazis ended up playing football with each other for just one day. Yeah, that's totally what would happen.
Seriously,
Paul
even the
McCartney.
Cabal love the Beatles.
Well,
That's true. That's a good
all
point.
right.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't believe money was spent on that video.
Yep.
Fuck. If I buy the soundtrack, can I get a discount? Like if I just don't
I
have
don't
that
think it's
song
on
on
the
it?
soundtrack.
Oh, thank God.
This is a forgotten treasure of the Destiny community.
No, it needs to be buried in the hole in the
Yeah.
ground.
I'm hoping that, Watts, you're right. There is going to be our Year 3 soundtrack with Rise of Iron.
I'm thinking there is. We definitely heard some new music.
That's
I hope
cool.
we get
Theme.
I hope we get like a year 2 art book because we had a year 1 art book.
That's true.
Of all the stuff. And
Well, that came out with Destiny, too.
yeah, they came out with Destiny originally. So
Maybe we got to wait till Destiny 2 to get another one, but then I'm with you, Patrick. I'd love to see another art book because I like that art book quite a bit.
yep. All right. Yeah. Are we done? Are we done?
I think
I
we're
think
done.
so.
All right.
That's it.
Well,
One more question.
okay.
I missed it. I don't know how I missed it. It's from Jacob. If the Waffle House is Patrick's iconic breakfast place, what breakfast does the rest of the PD crew have to offer?
Clarification. Mm-hmm. It's not breakfast. It's just meal.
It's
Meal.
just food.
Meal place.
It's just food. Food. In any state of
Waffles
being,
any time of the day.
at any in whatever your current state of being, go to Waffle House.
I've never
It's
been to a
always good.
Waffle House, but I do love waffles, and I've had them
Well,
for
you
dinner,
don't really
had
go
them
there for the
lunch.
waffles. Go there for the atmosphere.
Atmosphere,
The
really.
atmosphere.
Yeah, it's the best. That's the nicest way to put it.
My breakfast is really boring. I'm sorry. I can't eat like a lot of stuff in the morning because my stomach's just like, no, too early, can't handle. So I just have Fiber One cereal with almond milk.
Fucking almond milk. You can't milk almonds.
I fucking love
Listen.
almond milk, man.
Almond,
It's delicious.
Thank you. Almond
Yeah,
milk's
there's some
great,
good almond milk.
Yeah.
Yep.
and
it's
especially
really
the
good.
vanilla kind. It's wonderful.
I'm on a podcast with a bunch of savages.
It's
My
great.
my wife won't let me buy it because she's like
You like almond milk?
she won't let me buy almond milk, but I fucking love this stuff. It's better than regular
She
milk.
won't let you buy it.
Yes,
Why not?
Because we got kids, and she believes
kids are gonna
that
get
the
poisoned
kids
from
are
almond milk?
supposed to be drinking milk, and
But there's more calcium in almond. Okay, anyway, let's continue.
I'm not making the rules, man. Happy life, happy wife.
Oh my
There's some
gosh.
battles you fight and some battles you do not.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
look, my
fair
webcam
enough.
finally broke, Patrick.
It's thinking. It's
Rope
thinking
webcam.
about. It's thinking about going back.
It's thinking about it.
My breakfast is just like eggs over easy, simple, hot sauce. You know, it's good. Maybe an avocado, half avocado with it.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Bacon, eggs, steak. Fantastic
I'm with
breakfast.
Watts. I can't really eat like a big breakfast in the morning. If I eat breakfast like right when I wake up, it's really small. But if I get down for like a breakfast at a restaurant, like a little bit later, Eggs Benedict is like my favorite thing in the world.
Eggs Benedict is pretty good. Yeah, I usually eat a really big breakfast, small lunch, then okay sized dinner. Breakfast is the best meal of the day for me. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. The 83rd Planet Destiny podcast. Watts, we should probably end it. Watts' webcam broke. I'm out of coffee. You called
it, Patrick.
I'm out of coffee right here. So, whatever. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in.